morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ticker Symbol Live, where we go over ARK Invest's daily changes in their holdings to see if we can spot some outsized opportunities to invest in our future. Today, I'm going to roll right through it because they made exactly one very interesting purchase to me, and that is in Pinduoduo. So, what you're looking at here again is the ARK reactor, and I have it sorted today by number of shares increased in each position. As a quick refresher, the ARK reactor is my way of looking at their daily changes in holdings across all 5 of their actively managed ETFs, soon to be 6 with the inclusion of ARKX, which is why I'm wearing my NASA t-shirt today. So, as you can see, added 82% shares to their existing positions in Pinduoduo, so 82% more shares than they had. And then 3D Systems, which we talked about yesterday, they bought big again. So I'm feeling very good about yesterday's episode. And then the third position here is just an increase in cash. As we go down and down the list very quick, you can see not many changes in positions. Things are looking pretty normal, close to 0% change, reflecting just their overall increase in assets under management for yesterday. And at the bottom, we see that they sold out of some of their big cash-like positions, mainly they sold out of Google. They buy in and out of Google all the time, and this is absolutely not a reflection of Google as a company at all. FLIR Systems was acquired by Teledyne, and Rockwell Automation we spoke about briefly last week, how they missed certain targets, and my guess is that Cathie Wood's faith in Rockwell Automation has temporarily waned, and this lack of their current investment in it reflects that. As you can see from the heat map, not much going on. Increased buys into NVIDIA, again, 3D Systems Corp, and Pinduoduo, which is our number one biggest purchase yesterday by far. So, let's talk about Pinduoduo. What the heck is this thing? I'll show you right now. Going to switch to the Pinduoduo investor relation deck right here. So hopefully you can see this clearly. Let me know if I need to zoom in and make it any bigger. So Pinduoduo is an interesting e-commerce company. It exists in ARKF. It's one of ARK's smaller positions, but as you just saw, they bought in big. Pinduoduo is based on a team-based purchasing model. So in the early days, what they did was they would leverage existing users and have them add their friends and use social commerce to increase their customer acquisition. And now what they do is they flip that and they use social commerce to engage their existing customer base. And they use this in some pretty interesting ways. What they do is they have a team-based purchase system. And what that allows them to do is a few different things. It allows them to acquire new customers by adding new people to existing teams. It allows them to better understand and serve their existing customers by looking at the social aspects of shopping, right? So when people add their friends or their family to teams, what you understand is not only what each of those family members like individually, for example, fruits, sportswear, stationery versus electronic, fashion, and fruits here, and the type of shopping behavior they have, the price points they buy at, how often they buy, what they buy, etc. But you also get some of their interpersonal dynamics, right? The way they talk about shopping. Hey, I'm going to buy fruit on Friday. What kind of fruit does everyone want? Hey, I'm in the market for new headphones. Can anyone recommend a pair? Etc., etc., etc. And over time, what they develop is this social understanding of how their users are shopping. So think social commerce. And I've provided a link to a relevant podcast from ARK Invest talking with Gary Vaynerchuk about the future of digital social commerce and how social media and social commerce, the line between them are blurring, right? So what you're seeing here is personalized recommendations because A, in this case, everybody likes fruit. So because there's a big sale on fruit, in this example, oranges, Pinduoduo can recommend that team go purchase fruit, right? If someone is in the market for earphones and everyone is talking on Pinduoduo and browsing about earphones on a specific team, Pinduoduo can say, hey, we have a great sale on this set of earphones, right? They also do one other thing. When you purchase things as a team, as an individual, so the whole team buys a set of headphones, 3 or 4 pairs of headphones, they offer team discounts, which is a really clever way of encouraging volume shopping, right? So think not only personalized individual recommendations, but now personalized recommendations to your clique or your team or your family or your friend group, which I thought was really, really clever. And finally, what that lets teams actually do, the value that brings to them, is they can coordinate shopping. If everyone is purchasing for a party, for example, and meeting up in real life, or in these days on Zoom or online, they can coordinate who's bringing what. And because Pinduoduo is capturing that information, it can offer team discounts based around essentially an entire event. If everyone is shopping for the same list of things, think a wedding registry, think a shopping list for a party, etc. What Pinduoduo can do is say, hey, we can offer you a great discount by buying enough for your whole team, right? So this is the team coordinating shopping, right? Apples on Monday, pears on Thursday, oranges on Tuesday. They volume aggregate that demand and are able to meet supply, right, at a discount for increased volumes of demand by moving to a team-based model, right? So because of that, they can leverage artificial intelligence using a blend of things like social networking artificial intelligence. So think what Facebook is doing for social right now with all of the great things that, for example, Amazon is doing on the artificial intelligence side by matching products to people. So there's this cool space in the middle of matching products to friend groups as they continue to add new sentiment about what they want to purchase, right? Hey, I'm bringing chips if you bring dip. Pinduoduo sniffs that out and says, hey, here's a big volume discount on chips because you're going to be buying chips for your whole team. And here's a big volume discount on dip because you're going to be buying dip for your whole team, right? A couple cool comments in the chat. Feels like you're being spied upon, for sure. And this is the nature of social anything, right? The idea of social media, social commerce, social anything is to use the data you provide the platform to tailor that experience to you. So instead of being spied upon, think of it as being a personalized version of your experience, right? YouTube makes you recommendations based on your viewing habits. That's how some people are going to discover this video after the fact. Amazon provides you shopping things that it thinks it should put in front of you based on your preferences, and the list goes on and on. I think that you would rather have a much more personalized experience than get ads and content that are completely irrelevant to you, but are high volume because people in general tend to like that ad, right, or that content. So that's my 2 cents on that. If we go back to the Pinduoduo investor deck, so that's how they're leveraging social data in 2 forms, social and commerce data, right? Behavior, platform behavior, purchase behavior, and then social data. And what they're able to do there is influence your social and browsing, the transactions, and sharing reviews to encourage people, other people to make those same interactions and ultimately purchases. So that team-based model is what Pinduoduo is really based around. So now we're on their investor relations deck, but before we could even look at that, I wanted to really introduce this team-based model. And I'll actually do one other thing here. What I want to know is, are you interested in this team-based model? What are your thoughts on social commerce, group shopping apps, social-based shopping recommendations? When Facebook recommends a product because one of your friends has purchased it, what do you think about that? And conversely, have you done social-based shopping in real life? Did you go or used to go shopping with your friends, or is that more of a social and functional experience to you? I'm curious how you think about shopping today, both online and off, just for my personal information. For me, I love shopping with friends in store and online. I like making recommendations to friends and getting my friends' recommendations, especially when it comes to like cool gadgets and tech, right? Definitely every time I build a computer, I'm talking to my friends about their favorite graphics cards and the games they play and the accessories that they buy, the mouse and keyboard and the monitor and all that funky stuff. That's a very social and engaging experience for me. So that's what we're talking about here, leveraging recommendations from your actual friend group to make informed purchasing decisions, right? So answer that in the chat and in the comments below. Here's the question one more time. Your thoughts on social commerce and social shopping. So if we go back to the Pinduoduo investor relation deck, value and happiness for everyone, right? That's the idea behind Pinduoduo, team-based social commerce, right? So They do a bunch of really cool things because they're leveraging social data and purchase data, banner ads, gateway for different types of promotions. I know this is a little small to see. They're basically talking about all of the different things that they can do to customize their interface because they know information about you, your team, your demographic, and the types of shopping that you like to do, right? So that's all that's going on here is they're showing you how their screen dynamically populates based on that information. They reinvented the team purchase model to promote interactions between users. This is the social side of social commerce, right? So offering a team purchase discounts, that's what we were just talking about, volume discounts for buying for your team. And they're able to do that by having this cool interface around team-based purchases. Hey, I'm going to buy all the chips for my team for this party. Hey, I'm going to buy 4 pairs of headphones because we all want to try this new pair of headphones. You can also invite people to your team from other social networks. So think about being integrated with Facebook, right? And being able to invite somebody through Facebook or whatever your preferred login app Google is, Google, Facebook, Amazon, what have you, and invite them to your team to do team-based shopping. And then, you can confirm that you do this shopping for your team, so on behalf of other people. So that's an important step. And then, of course, you can review as an individual and on behalf of your team. And then they're just going into, hey, because you're offering for teams, we can offer you team-based discounts. Think about how important this could be for a family, for example, somebody raising, people raising young children who have, people with different product needs on that team. But now, because you're buying in bulk, you can buy at a discount. Because you're buying for multiple people, you can buy at a discount. Think about hand soap, masks, all the day-to-day things that you might need for more than one individual, where this makes sense not even as just a social element, but as a, hey, I need volume because I'm part of a family unit or a friend group unit element, right? So toilet paper probably being the classic example, right? Or fruit, or filling a pantry, or filling a kitchen. And that's exactly what they're showing here is comprehensive categories across multiple stores, right? So Pinduoduo is a marketplace like Amazon. So they're able to offer these recommendations just like Amazon across multiple vendors that are shooting to fulfill that same need for you, right? And of course, because there's a social element, they're able to offer social activities online. For example, gaming for reward points for your team. You can think about playing a game in your free time while you're waiting in a line or on a train or on a plane or on a bus and earning points that your team can use for purchasing. So again, that social element, challenging your team to these team-based games, and then the winner gets a discount for their next team-based purchase. And then obviously there's lots of key differences between search-based, sort of static experience associated with how we think about shopping as individuals and team-based mobile shopping, right? So that mobile-friendly, social interactive-based e-commerce experience. And that's what they're calling out here. I realize the text is kind of small, so what I'll do is I'll just read some of it to you, right? In conventional e-commerce, search-based shopping was best for e-commerce for its emphasis on efficiency, whereas in the mobile era, feed-based dynamic shopping caters more to the needs of the mobile internet population with social, fun, and dynamic nature. And ultimately, search-based shopping is you know what you know and what you don't know. You already know what you want to be buying when you log into Amazon, usually. With Pinduoduo, feed-based shopping is underpinned by a you don't know what you want, but you're happy to discover philosophy. So one thing you can do, I like to think about things by proxy. I like to think about this as the difference between Googling something that you already know what you want to Google and discovering new content on TikTok. When you go to TikTok, what it does is it learns a lot about your preferences, and as you swipe, it's dynamically populating things just under what you can see, and it's recommending things to you based on what you like, even if you don't know it yet, right? So you're constantly getting this new, exciting, entertaining experience because you don't know what TikTok's going to show you next, but you know you're probably going to enjoy it. That's the model that Pinduoduo is trying to achieve with products instead of content-created clips, right? So that's what you're seeing here. The platform provides a better dynamic recommendation system through interactive features that learn users' preferences. And the focus is on the user first instead of on the design to get manufacturers' products in front of you first. So that's what's going on there. And then they talk about how they screen automatically and manually for both vendors and people to make sure that both sides of that transaction and interaction are fun, right? So no scammy vendors, and also no fake teams and fake bots and fake promotions and all that kind of stuff. So this is the flywheel that they've created. More users, both because of the product recommendations, right, that trust factor, but also because of people inviting each other to teams and talking socially, which leads to higher volume in sales, lower production and supply chain cost, more savings, and more value for the money products on the left side here. And then interactions, understanding of users, better personalization, more trust and recognition is the other half of the flywheel here, right? So more savings and more fun working together to make Pinduoduo a social-first commerce platform. So let's take a look at the stock real quick. I've zoomed in as best I can here. We can see that from its recent peak, it is currently down about 20%. It's back up over 5% in the pre-market, so I think this is a good stock. People have made comments like this before. I'm obviously not the guy moving it in pre-market. I wish I was that cool. But you can see 20% off of recent highs means that if you bought it and it touches a new high, it will be a 25% gain. So not as big as the over 50% gainers we've looked at like Teladoc in the past, but certainly a stock worth your attention today because it has a cool model. ARK just almost doubled down on it. It's got a new way of attacking what we consider a pretty mature space at this point, online shopping. And I believe personally that social commerce is the future of e-commerce. I believe that social shopping should be, or shopping should be a social and fun experience, and that Pinduoduo is aggressively making that happen in China, and we're going to see something like a Pinduoduo in the US in short order, right? So again, I'll leave this question for you. Let me know your thoughts too. Tweet at me, join my Discord, let me know in the comments below if you like the interactive nature of these live streams, right? Just like social commerce, I'm trying to be a social live stream. I'm trying to have people be engaged, have the content be dynamic. You never know, and I never know what we're going to get. And that's half the fun, right? I don't want to just pre-record something, throw it at you, and hope you like it. I want you to be part of that content, right? So to that end, let me know your thoughts about social commerce. Do you like that idea? Do you think it's spying, or do you think it's personalization? What do you think about social content like this, right? I'm trying to break the mold a little bit. Is this a good idea? Maybe this is a terrible idea. So let me know in the comments below. Tweet me. Let me know in the comments of this live stream. I'm super excited to hear your thoughts. And now I will turn it over to the comments to see what people have been saying while I've been gushing over the idea of Pinduoduo's social commerce. Would this be more popular in a friend group, not necessarily family? Look out for influencers shaping buying. For sure, I could see that. I would love to see a version of the teams idea, but different like social groups. For example, I would have a PC building group where my friend group is focused on technology and we're trading tips and intent to purchase around technology specifically. I would be in another group where it would be for, me and my close family and my girlfriend's close family, for example, right? And we would have more basic household needs and, shopping intent there for things like food, but not necessarily technology. You can imagine having a car parts group or your favorite hobby group where your intent is focused on that area, and Pinduoduo is getting very good at predicting what your group likes because your intent is so narrow and focused. I would love to see a version of that, not just a generic friend group model, right? So great question. And of course, with that comes influencers, right? You can imagine Linus Tech Tips or some other big influencer having a master group where his influence is outsized in that group. And what he recommends to that group is what Pinduoduo just goes, hey, here's 5% off on that mouse that he just recommended. If 100 or more people buy from this group, we'll knock it down to 10% off, right? So you can imagine playing all these games where you introduce the social influencer aspect, not just the more familial friend group, generic social click aspect. Great question, MPG at 59G. Culturally, group buying is a fit in China. This is a great call out, right? So one of the things that I always harp on when we look at Chinese stocks, and I just mean stocks who are home based in China, is that they're very culturally fit. The culture there is very different than the culture here, and for sure, certain ideas work there better and worse than they would work over here in America. I think social commerce, in my opinion, would be a great cultural fit here, and we just haven't realized it yet because we're so used to shopping for the individual because we tend to be an individualized culture today. I think in certain ways that has changed, especially as we're all shopping online now for multiple people and trying to replace certain social physical aspects with social digital equivalents. Virtual weddings, virtual baby showers, virtual get-togethers, virtual birthday parties have created this more virtually social dynamic as a result of being less physically social. And with that, I think should come social online shopping, because online shopping has been on the rise in America for about a year now as a result of the lack of ability to do physical shopping. Great call out. I always appreciate comments like this. I actually accidentally clicked this, so let me read it out. This is such an amazing and informative stream. This will blow up with some time. I really appreciate that. I love doing this. I'm super happy to see all the interaction in the chat. That's the whole point. Thank you. And combined with cryptocurrency, meaning zero exchange rates. This is such a great comment, right? So overseas, exchange rates are a big deal. You lose money on both sides of that exchange when you exchange in and out of your native currency. With cryptocurrency, being able to offer rewards, you skip that whole step. So I put in $1 into Square. Square rewards me a fraction of a penny in Bitcoin. That adds up, and now I can spend that Bitcoin because Square owns both sides of that transaction. Pinduoduo is no different. Pinduoduo could offer rewards in Bitcoin and build an international community that transacts in Bitcoin-based transactions. Square is no different. Square could build that social interaction into the way it does its shopping today, right, through the vendor and the consumer side of Square, and back those interactions in Bitcoin, of which it has a lot on its balance sheet. That would reduce the friction of Bitcoin and offer Square, and in this case Pinduoduo, a very unique way to capture an outsized portion of the crypto audience early, before it blows up. I think Pinduoduo offering crypto would be such a good idea. I will leave you with that. Let me show you the price. I'm trying to keep these a little more crisp and tight, so hopefully this is becoming the right format for this live stream. I hope you guys enjoy the look inside ARK's data in the beginning, followed by a deep dive into one stock and just a few questions at the end, hyper relevant to that stock, to form an engaging discussion that people can then tune in and watch afterwards. That's the whole idea with this social content. Pinduoduo, again, a great company to try that format out because they focus on social commerce, so value of that team-based purchase. And just to wrap up, the current stock price before market open today is currently 20% off recent highs. They'll be opening at $168, and their high was $203 on February 16th, so just a few days ago. This is ticker symbol U, and I guess ticker symbol live. My name is Alex, reminding you that the best investment you can make is in you. Thanks for watching.